All right, tonight we're gonna make a drowning set for mink. I got some mink out here I'm gonna try to get, but I'm gonna use a 1.5 Duke 1.5. You got a set for your biggest animal you can catch, and when you're trying to catch a mink, you're going to use the same kind of bait that a coon would go for. So a coon is quite a bit bigger than a mink, but you got to set up like you're going to catch a coon. So it's got to be sturdy enough to hold it. But what we're going to do is make drowning sets. So the 1.5 will hold a coon. This is called a standard jaw. That means that this part here is closed. It doesn't have a gap. This is called an offset jaw. If you notice, right there's a 1/4 inch gap. I use these for land trapping because it's more comfortable for the animal when it's in there. It gives it room for his leg to get blood flow, and it doesn't hurt him near as bad. So this is has the little gap. This is standard, and that's offset. But for my standard, I only use them for water trapping because they're going to be drowning sets. So you don't have to worry about them sitting in it for a long time. So what you got to do is, for a drowning set, you'll have to have a sliding cable. That's how I'm going to do it. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hold that right there in place. And then I'm going to take and get 10 foot of cable. That's what I want, is 10 foot of cable. So that's about 10 foot right there. Doesn't have to be exact. Really, when you hook it up, it's probably only going to be 9 feet after I hook it to a cement block or something sturdy. So I'm going to cut that right there. And I'll put that up. All right. So these are aluminum sleeve locks, and I'm going to make it so I can make the loop bigger. So the first thing I want to do is slide that into there. Just like that. Then I'm going to bring this back down through the other side. You see there's 2 holes there. And I'm going to take I should have found my hammer before I started this. This will work right there. And then I take these, cut all them out. And what I want to do is put that right there. And that's your stopper. You can make that loop any size you want now. Put that stopper on there. And I'll put that on that anvil. Put it on the vise. Oh, good thing I got a couple of them out. And all I'm going to do is smash that. Smash that tight, and that keeps it from coming off. Now I can make that loop any size I want. Just make it any size I want, and I can close it up as tight as I want. And that's that end. Now I'll take this, move it down there. So if you notice, on your traps, they come with a swivel already attached. You can use this for a drowning lock. A lot of people buy the drowning locks, but you can use these for a drowning lock. So what that means is it'll slide down the cable, but it won't come back up. So when it bends up, the animal goes down, and he tries to come back up, it will not let him back up. So he just keeps going to the deepest part. And that's the theory of a drowning. So you put that on first. And then you put your cable through. And then you feed this back through. I want to be able to adjust it too, because this will be on the stake. And that end I can adjust and then just take the trap and everything through it. And that will be on the cement block that's out in the deep. So you just take that and hammer it down. Smash that on that cable and it won't go nowhere. That will not come off. So now I can adjust that any length I want. This, you'll have some rebar, and you drive it down through the ground, and T-bar type staking, and it'll stake in the ground. This is where your trap goes. So the trap will be sitting like this. You got a stake here. When the animal gets caught, it goes out into the deep water. Most all water animals. Coon maybe not, but muskrat and mink will jump in the water and try to swim away. So this takes them down into the deep. And that is a drowning set. Pretty simple to make. They've got sliders, and I've got some sliders up there for the big rebar sliders up there. That's for beaver. But you'd have to have a sturdy animal to get that to slide down. So this is set up for a mink, but like I say, when you put out your bait, the bait you use, you got a good chance of catching a coon. So you always want to set up your sets for the largest animal you'll catch. And that's it. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Pretty easy. And I'll set that out tomorrow. I'm going to probably set 2 out. 2 or 3. I'll make up another one here. But like I said, that's how you do it. It's pretty simple. Pretty easy setup, really. And we'll try her out, see how it works. The one thing you do want to do, probably should have showed, you want to make sure that's loose. I get it tight enough to your pan adjusting, and you use this tool, and that's how you find out how much tension. Each one of those lines tells you it's a pound. So the more you push down, that's the poundage of tension it takes. You want it light because the mink's very, I just get it to where it can barely hold itself up. It'll be in the water, under the water, so it's not like a coyote set where you want it level. It doesn't really matter. They're going to climb up on it anyway, so. That's a water set. We'll put one out tomorrow and we'll check it over the next 3 days. I'm going to do these water sets because I can check them after work. I got to go back to work next week, so we'll try her. And that's it.